Hello, my name is Liz Bennington, and I've chosen to do my speech on the American tradition of Black Friday. During my speech, I will present the history of Black Friday and the violence associated with it, and how my family considers this day to be special. Have you ever been in the middle of a large crowd and witnessed something so shocking you couldn't begin to explain it or the behaviors associated with it, and your only concern was to get away as fast as possible and just try and forget what you had just witnessed? Well, that is how I am currently feeling about the facts I am about to reveal to you about the history of Black Friday. In 1924, it was the beginning of two new American traditions, the first being Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade made its first appearance, and the Friday following Thanksgiving became known as the unofficial start of the holiday shopping season. The term Black Friday was coined in the 1960s. Although there are several theories on how the term originated, the most popular seems to be that the police officers in Philadelphia began using the term to describe how they felt about the day that brought massive traffic jams and overcrowded sidewalks to their downtown city. How did it become so popular, you ask? Well, it didn't take retailers long to realize they could draw big crowds by discounting the prices on a few select products. Over the years, the idea of Black Friday caught on, and more retailers began to participate. Over time, it developed into a competition between major retailers on who could offer the best deals, thus drawing the largest crowds. Unlike today, where anyone with a computer can take a sneak peek weeks in advance, these Black Friday ads were kept top secret until the last possible moment, thus eliminating the risk of competing retailers topping one another on selected merchandise being reduced. Each retailer strove to be the most coveted store, which in turn would lead to the highest net sales. It is said that some retailers had spies planted inside their competitors' advertising department with the main objective of finding out what their competition would be offering for the doorbuster specials. Modern-day technology has begun to slowly change the traditional Black Friday. Among those changes is the option of shopping over the Internet. A new American tradition is being established in the form of Cyber Monday. But the change I most want to talk about is the change in the traditional 5 a.m. start time on Black Friday. Major retailers have pushed the start time back to 3 a.m., 12 a.m., and some have chosen to begin as early as Thanksgiving morning. There are two theories behind this move in the traditional start time. The first theory being retailers are still trying to compete for the coveted first place in net sales, and they are trying to get the jump on their competition. The second theory is based on the violence that is associated with Black Friday. Retailers believe if they space out their sales over an extended period of time, it will eliminate some of the confusion, help reduce the crowd control, and basically reduce the risk of violence for their staff and customers. The earliest documented violence associated with Black Friday occurred in 1998 in Michigan. A woman attacked a sales clerk who made the mistake of rolling her eyes at her. In 2000, two women in Mississippi were found struggling over the last $39.95 scooter at Walmart. The violence associated with Black Friday began to rise in the mid-2000s when retailers began offering enticing doorbuster sales. In 2005, several people were hospitalized in Michigan and New Jersey after being trampled in big box stores. In 2006, several Walmart employees were pinned against stacks of merchandise in Ohio, and a Virginia man hit another customer in a Best Buy, and in California, 9 people were injured when a mall dropped gift certificates from the ceiling. In 2008, tragedy struck with the death of an employee at Walmart in Valley Stream, New York. The customers broke down the door, and the employee was killed during the stampede. In 2010, a man was hospitalized in New York after being trampled by a crowd in Target. In 2011, multiple reports of unruly customers being pepper sprayed and tased, and 3 bomb threats at Walmart stores were reported. This year, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration has issued a new set of guidelines that retailers are to implement during this year's Black Friday sales. When I first began my research for my speech, I was excited and thrilled with the subject that I had chosen. Black Friday has always held a special place in my family. It was a special day that was set aside for the women to just go out, have fun, bond, and spend money. We would begin our planning immediately after the Thanksgiving dishes were done and put away, and from that point on, everyone knew that we were on a mission. We would begin our day the following morning at 3 a.m. and spend all day going from one retailer to another. I will admit that over the years I have witnessed a few fights or a few angry words being exchanged. However, I would just laugh and walk away. Foolish me, I found humor in the outrageous ways that some people choose to act in public. After my research revealed a little of the violence behind Black Friday, I became sad, and I asked myself how a society could have turned a fun American tradition into the chaotic mess that it has become today. Although I have chosen to continue on with my traditional family celebration of Black Friday in the years to come, I can't help but ask myself if this speech has changed me or the views that I used to hold so dear. Before today, if someone would have asked me to describe Black Friday and what it meant to me, my definition would have been filled with laughter and fun and love. Now I'm not so sure what my comments would be. I would like to end my speech with the revealing of the success of 2012's Black Friday sales. According to the National Retail Federation, 2012 was a very successful year for American retailers. $59 billion was spent over the 4-day holiday weekend. Online sales reached $1 billion, breaking a record for U.S. retailers. Between the retailers and the internet sales, an estimated 249 million shoppers participated, spending an average of $423 each. I think it is safe to say that American businesses have had an excellent start to the 2012 holiday shopping season. I would like to end my speech now and thank you very much, and I hope you have a happy and safe holiday.